back at it for the 25th time. Well, I guess it would be 26 with episode 0. Never mind.
You forget what show it is?
I couldn't make eye contact with her when I did that. I was really kind of scared.
I'm not that scary. I don't fuck you very often, do you? I don't think. Sometimes my face just does it.
You have resting fuck you face.
Right. That's fair.
And it's not invitational. It's like, oh God.
The mask on for like a year now. It's like I just let it fly.
Where I come from, they call that a face.
It's just my face.
Do you live in a city? So,
Oh my goodness.
between, you're not invited to this discussion. Between Elizabeth and Danny, who's more intimidating?
Between what?
My wife and Danny?
So to everyone else, probably Liz. I think that she's an absolute
100%.
delight, and we get along very well.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
I also think she's a delight, but also terrifying. Like she is the only person, Dan included, who will call me on my shit every single time.
Yeah, she's good at that.
Yep.
I haven't been
Which
scared
is
of you
good.
in like 20 years, so.
I haven't known you for 20 years, motherfucker.
All right, 15 years. I was exaggerating a little bit. We usually flag this for explicit content, right?
Yes. Yep.
It's been over a minute. We're good.
Wow.
Oh my God. So this is episode 25 of the Lost Omens podcast.
And
Welcome.
my face hurts already from smiling.
Face hurts
Seriously.
already. I intentionally didn't do a bonus ab workout today because I knew this was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. So welcome. Before we get into all the fun stuff I have for you, we have a listener review. You okay?
No, go for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Send it.
Over there.
And,
I forgot to prepare something for one of the.
Dear Lost Omens, why is Ben so handsome? Love, Ben.
So,
Love Kurva.
I mean, I did see the
Love
question.
Kurva, the totally real person.
It's amazing that you haven't read the one question that was asked for you, because it's
You hit it.
pretty much that.
Wait, sorry, what?
I missed that one. I'm excited to hear this.
Spot on. Good job.
Yeah, one of the ones Bastion said, I believe.
Yeah, I've got bastions. I wrote them all down.
Yeah.
I'm currently fighting with
Somewhere.
Bastion right now, so he's on my shit list.
Ooh.
You're fighting with him too?
So over on our Discord, which is available to any patrons at the $1 and up tier, and video here is available for $5 and up. Our Discord is always popping. Like today, it was so hard to keep up with, and I was home from work, so it was intense. But I did put out there, hey, if you guys have any questions, like we're recording tonight, whatever. And the chat did not disappoint, and they were actually afraid that I was going to get mad at them. And I was like, they're like, we ruined this chat. She's going to be so mad. I'm afraid of her death glare. Like, it's just my face.
No, your death glare is not just your face.
That's true.
You do contort it in specific ways to induce fear in others.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just like a normal thing. I think you have magical powers.
Where was the which Discord channel had the questions? I want to know. Oh, I see them now.
Yeah.
You just got to scroll up a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk.
So
Which
we've
is
got
good. Which is
two
really good.
reviews. We haven't done the Mad Dormouse review yet, right? I don't think. If
I think we have.
Dan, okay.
I think so.
There is another.
There is another one,
Yes.
There is another.
Thank you.
yeah. There is another. Scrolling.
It's a Star Wars reference, JB. You should be happy
It's
about
literally
that.
Yoda.
That's no moon.
It's literally Yoda.
Who?
Oh my God, get out.
All right, let's move this along. MCR is watching over us.
May he rest in peace.
Wow.
In Cottonmouth?
Because I think
what?
he's sleeping.
Oh yeah.
At this point,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
The time of recording.
Okay, so this review comes from Big W1411 from Great Britain. So rock on. And they wrote, I'm up to episode 13 and my jaw literally aches from smiling and laughing. I was already a fan of the Professional Casual Network from their WFRP actual play, Grim Podcast to Perilous Adventure. And this is as good and refreshingly different. The boys and Danny, the DM, are hilarious and their RPing is next level. Listening to them play has given me a fresh appreciation for Pathfinder, especially the second edition, which I was struggling to get into. I'm going full fanboy on these guys. Kurva and Xa'Reske slay me. Listen and subscribe. Join the Patreon. Seriously, you won't regret it. So
That's so sweet.
aw.
Right?
I feel like Kurva and Xa'Reske are like anime shonen boy rivals that are clearly it's clearly actually just homosexual attraction, but they phrase it as no, we're both going to be the best tournament arc
Yes.
boy
There's
in
just-
whatever field where we happen to be in.
So are you Neji or am I Neji? Like,
Neji, get the fuck out of here. I'm Rock Lee or nothing.
oh God, because I'll fight you to be Rock Lee.
I love
I
it.
gotta be honest.
There's just
Let's go.
something in the way.
Let's drink.
There's something in the way that Kurva calls Xa'Reske a greasy fuck when he pulls it out. that you
Speaking
know.
from experience.
Right.
Oh my
It's not
gosh.
grease. It's scales.
I love it. I also love like the boys and Danny. That
Right?
just strikes a chord in my heart, and I love it. So thank you so much, Big W.
I'm one of the boys.
Yeah.
The boys.
Yep. This is literally all I've ever wanted in life, was to just be surrounded by a group of dudes.
5 guys, some might say.
It is my favorite restaurant.
I've paid a lot more for Five Guys than I have here.
True. All right, let's get into a couple listener questions. And when I say listener, they're mostly from
Before you do that,
okay.
I got something.
Don't you dare interrupt me.
Choo, 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 choo.
Dan's pregnant.
Congratulations.
Oh, you're showing.
I've been trying to lose some weight, okay?
Is it a fatty
You actually-
liver or a regular liver?
Never mind.
You actually look great. I gotta be honest.
He does look really cute.
Yeah.
He's lost
Hair.
some weight.
And I can tell.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
What did you want to say, dear?
I just want to show off something cool I got.
Oh, yeah. He's taking off his shirt. Again, $5 tier and up. You can get video.
Oh,
I'm unbuttoning my flannel.
Oh, I'll
Should we-
unzip
should
mine.
we
Last
all-
time I did this, there was a cheerleader outfit underneath it.
Should we all do this or no?
Boom. Pathfinder.
oh, look at that.
Pathfinder.
Whoa, wait, one of us is going to have to change.
Oh, JB's got one. Oh, Taylor's got one.
Hey.
Oh, Tim's got one.
Oh, wow.
Yay!
I'm not even
All
gonna put
right.
it on. I'm just gonna hang on.
They had a sweet spring sale, so I was like, I'm going to give everybody a shirt.
All right.
I'm gonna talk like
The
All the-
Pathfinder 2.
Absolutely called it.
Text
JB's
logo.
putting it on.
Yeah, I said
good job.
JB's just going to take off his shirt and put on a new one.
Let's do this.
$5 and tier and up, right?
Hang on. Who go first?
$5 and up.
Well,
You gotta pay for something.
That's why I want to do it before the questions, because I knew this would derail everything.
I'm shirtless.
All right. No, Tim always wears at least 3 layers.
Yeah, you got
Oh man, I've got like direct nipple shot access over here on Throwlash Gaming.
And they're like the worst nipples in the world. So they're just.
We know JB.
Let's just stop
they
at
taste so
prominence.
good.
We don't have to make a value judgment here. They are definitely they're pretty apparent though.
I hope I remember this moment for the rest of my life.
If you pay $5, you can get the video.
I am a $5 patron.
Patreon.com
Oh,
professional
shit.
casual.
Now that we all have swapped clothes,
Look at us.
right.
Yay!
I thought we were.
It
all
wasn't
matching with
until-
the flannels, but this is even better.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I was
flannels are-
hoping everybody would forget about when I asked what people's shirt sizes were.
I did.
a little while ago.
Clearly.
Oh, totally.
I did think that
oh, you can't see mine. Hang on.
Plaid was canceled because of White Boy Summer, though.
Because of the canal.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody got
I'm sorry, Ben. Were you going to say something?
They will. White Boy
I was just
Summer
gonna
will
say
be
that I didn't realize until I got a shirt with the logo on it how fucking fresh this logo is.
Yeah.
It just looks so good.
It does look
yeah,
really
it's
good.
really pretty.
I'm a fan. Big
This
fan.
is
Love
this
it.
is definitely like Elder Scrolls back in the 90s feel.
Yeah.
This makes me
I
so
love it.
happy.
And I like how they're printed high up on the shirt, so they actually are in the shots.
Yeah.
Right. 'cause I don't want like
Unless you're
my
me.
nipples.
Yeah, I'm
You're just
slouching
very
and my
close.
camera setup's weird, so eh.
And then most of the shots then.
We all know. We
So now that we've all swapped clothing, Danny, I
Yay.
really appreciate your sports bra. It's very nice.
Thank you. You know, gotta freshen up the wardrobe every now and then.
That's fair.
Oh, I love it. All right. So this first question comes from Dagna,
Oh,
and this is for everybody.
Not Adam, but Dagna.
I love that guy.
Right.
Fucking
Don't get them
Dagna.
confused.
Right.
Is Dagna the super fan or the bad fan? I can't
I
keep them
forget which
straight.
was which.
Yeah.
Hell no. But Dagna asks, oh wait, shit, cut that out. This one's from Bastion. I
They're
wrote
really
it
gonna
down
fight
too.
when this
Get
episode comes
stuffed.
out.
Danny, keep this in.
Rewind. So Bastion asks, why don't you like playing humans?
To all of us?
To everybody.
Because they're boring as shit.
I already am a human. Why would I want to be that in the fantasy world
Fair.
when there's all kinds of things like rat people?
Yeah.
For me, it's more of a in former versions of D&D, like 3.5 and stuff, the humans were just the best because you got an extra feat, and feat were how you made your character good.
Yep.
So I've played a lot of humans in the past, and I'm just sick of it. And now the rules don't, unfairly incentivize you to do it.
Correct. Well, it's like in 5th edition, every neat build you find is like, all right, take variant human. And it's just like,
Again.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not doing that.
I like humans. I don't mind humans. Am I?
You don't mind playing as a human?
I do not.
You just chose not to for this game.
Right, because I got death stares from everyone.
Okay.
Especially,
Hey, you can play whatever you want. There's
I'm
no
sure
judgment.
I
yeah, just
will.
not a gnome.
just right.
No, actually,
Again.
please play a gnome.
Right.
I did love League, but not.
Oh,
not
yeah.
that
I think Fulgrim works very well as a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
he needed to be a dwarf.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's perfect. 2-part answer to this question. Number one, I think one of my favorite characters I've ever played was a human rogue. And he was just fantastic. In 5th edition, it was, I think, the first 5th edition D&D game that I've ever played. Number two, one campaign as a human was enough.
Okay.
And then I was like, all right, there's other things, besides being me with a bow.
Yeah. Right?
Not large.
Right.
We had a pre-gen in 3.5 called Blol, the human fighter. And if you did not show up with a character ready to go, you were forced to play Blol, the human fighter.
Lol.
This is the name.
I really like that name so
Oh.
much. Blol.
A side thing, this asshole called Juts told me once that the human fighter is literally something that you can do any day if you just pick up a fucking stick and a trash can lid. Like, you are
Fair.
a human fighter.
Yep.
And I was like,
Accurate.
okay, I'm never going to play a human fighter ever again.
Just you should put the icons in the order that we are on the screen.
Juts, you're a human being. You should do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm trying to think back. I've been typically the DM in my experience, but obviously not always. I don't think I've ever played a human outside of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay where you
almost
typically
have
are.
to.
Yeah.
And even then, I think I played that twice and was a human both times because I rolled for it.
Right.
It's too easy to be yourself when you play as a human.
Yes.
And it's something I value very highly is being incentivized to be distinctly unlike myself when I'm role playing. So, I try not to give myself that crutch.
I really like being forced into things that are
A dark
outside.
room.
Yeah, that too. I mean, that's different, but
Ah,
Up against a wall, usually. It's for me.
amen, brother.
Same thing to be forced into.
Underneath the table for me.
Listen,
Ideally, people are having dinner on the table and they don't know I'm there.
Are you just cleaning?
I'm sorry, you were saying.
it's gone, whatever it was.
I have one picture in my mind at the
I like
moment.
being forced into things and tables.
Yeah.
Yep. Stuff and things.
Yeah.
And with the ancestry guide that we went over in
Yes.
videos, like, damn, you could literally be anything.
Right.
You just
So-
got to be careful not to munchkin, though. Like there's also a temptation to do that if you can play like a freet half demon gargoyle or some
Right.
shit,
Yep.
Yeah, only 2/3 of that you can play currently.
Oh, okay.
No gargoyles yet.
Yeah, no.
So-
gargoyles, yeah.
They just came out with a bunch of leshies, right?
Yes.
Which is really cool. Is a flesh leshy just a human?
So
Fleshy.
Fleshy.
if you
That's
just
just a
code
human.
professional casual at fleshleshy.com.
You'll never feel alone again.
Well,
Accurate.
You'll never feel anything again.
Oh
all
my
right.
God, that's
Incognito mode and
awesome. Oh my goodness. Awesome. All right. Nice. And another question for everybody. This one is from Dagna, superfan Dagna. He writes, "What's one thing about Danny that you like, and why is she the best GM on the network?" Such a weird question. Very, very specific.
one thing about you that we like and why are you the best GM ever?
Just on the network. Like, I'm not the best GM ever.
Not
Like,
ever.
just here.
I think they you really positively reinforce when a particular relationship in the game fits or looks good or anything. Like whenever I'm interacting with Fulgrim in a particular way and you're just kind of on board, I always know that this is hitting you good. And that just
Yeah.
makes me want to role play it more. So just, You give me good feedback.
Thanks. I think that's the teacher in me.
Yeah, I think to kind of dogpile on that, you allow us to. You give a lot of the creative control to the players, and you're not a domineering GM that's like, no, you do it my way or you don't do it at all. And also, you don't have any fate points. So, like,
You let me adopt a bird.
I did.
I know there aren't rules for that.
Give me a bird.
We're just gonna go with it.
one bird, please.
I used to like the accents that you do because I can't do no accents.
Well, that was a spot on.
Right? Spock?
Spock.
I was going for Spock.
Yeah.
No?
The hands and everything.
Right.
It was amazing.
Oh my
Jesus.
Like
really
the face JB just made on the video too. I cannot wait. Mark Griggs
That was like
is gonna
that was like
screenshot it and
JB.
put it on Twitter, and it's gonna be so fucking glorious.
That voice was like JB from Scrubs doing a black guy voice.
All right, Dan, cut this.
Almost exactly.
It's Danny. It's
I don't
Danny.
edit the show.
edited it.
All right.
No, but Dan, cut this.
Right.
Oh my god.
I got my scalpel.
Oh, Jesus.
crying.
Hold still. So some of the I've always heard the best campaigns are the ones where the players make the campaign and the DM is just there as like the voice that kind of explains why things are happening the way they are, that sort of thing. And you are literally doing that to a T. It's fantastic. Like we are just literally bullshitting our way through anything, and you're just like, all right, yeah, this is why this happens, and this comes up, and that sort of thing, and then that nudge into the right direction instead of like literally this door is your only door, this hallway is your only hallway, So
Yeah.
And you're just a fantastic human being in general.
Thanks.
So
And if I mean, to be perfectly honest, quite easy on the eyes.
Thanks, Ben. Flip my
Just
hair
saying.
if I had it.
her husband's sitting literally across from me with a scalpel.
I've got the hair. Don't worry.
Right. Ben's got enough hair for
Care for all.
I got enough hair for all of us.
Stabbed him.
I mean, listen,
Yeah.
wouldn't be the first time.
Dan, why do you love me?
What? Let me count the ways.
Sorry.
I hate you. You're the best. Did you hit the button to make it stop?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, because it's still going in the background. I had that happen.
I played like for the whole hour.
No, it was like 13 minutes. And then Tim was like, oh shit, I forgot to hit the button.
Because it blinks when it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any
I love that I get to watch the learning process for all of this.
Yeah. So thank you all. I swear that came from Dagna. That wasn't just like, why do you like me? I think a lot of it. So I used to do my own like homebrew adventures, and I did one time try to have it like this had to happen to the characters, and I can't remember who we were playing with, but it was something on a boat, and I was like, all right, and then this happens, and they're like, no, but we should get like not like a reflex save, but like essentially the same thing, and I was like, no. They're like,
WFRP.
it was definitely
You killed my slayer.
yeah. Oh.
But that was a combat. That wasn't on
No.
purpose.
No, I remember that.
Yeah.
You got killed by dark elves.
I did. And they were going to use me for their sales.
Yes.
Yep. I remember that.
I remember I carved it in my leg.
Yeah. I am literally a dwarf. I have a book of grudges at home. So
And I now, 15 years after the fact, I can like reflect and be like, definitely shouldn't do that. And I take a lot of like cues from Dan, I think, in a lot of ways, and how
That's
you
your
do
first
things.
mistake.
I was waiting for you
No,
to
to do the opposite. Where like you do let us on Gapapa, you let us do a lot. It just kind of like roll with it, and then whatever happens, happens. And so I really try to let that happen. And then honestly, in like the Pathfinder book, when I was like reading and stressing myself out and making flashcards, it was like you are like the facilitator of the story.
Yep.
And you're there to make sure that the players have a good time. So as long as we're all having fun, abiding by the golden rule, Dan Cole,
Dan Cole.
I'm having fun. What do you mean?
everybody's having fun.
So I don't know about everybody else. I, in particular, have not read this book. So even if you miss something, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us do.
The Pathfinder
Right.
rulebook?
No,
I haven't read that
I don't
either.
remember the rule book.
I haven't actually read that either.
Why do we need it when we have you?
Wait,
And
why aren't
Archives
you
of
two
Nessus.
swapped? Why aren't you the rule keeper and he's
I don't know.
I guess not playing
What?
yourself.
What am I
No.
supposed to do?
I was just editing an episode and we were like, oh, is it this? It was the swim thing because Kurva kept knocking everybody into the rivers.
And you go, like, nerd.
Oh. Yep. And then he called another one like a dork. And I was like, yes.
I kept on trying to switch him up for like Dweebenheimer and Poindexter.
So good. And we were like, all right, how does this work? And everybody's like spitballing like, JB's like, page 497. And then like directed us all there. And I was like, booyah. It was great. Yeah. I love it. All right, let's get to some player specific characters. First of all, Dagna wants to know, Mud, what was the event or moment that caused you to be so racist against humans?
Pass. So
whatever he's about to say is canon. This is what actually happened to Mud.
Fuck you, Ben.
This is going on Reddit.
Mud came from a family that had a lot of political power and sway, and people treat certain races very differently. He cleaved to Lamashtu pretty early and has pretty much been, at least in his mind, the champion and the hero of literally everything that's not socially acceptable race-wise or ancestry-wise. So he hates humans because they get free passes on everything. They pretty much Galarian is based around them. And there are so much more out there that he wants to make sure that the little guy is championed. So that's why he hates humans. Because they always get too big of a stake of the pie.
Fair. All right, Brennan. Bastion wants to know, why? Why not be a proper rat man?
Oh, well, you see, back when I was a young pup in the sewers of Absalom, we ate a lot of shit, and I didn't want to do that anymore.
Oh, that was not where I thought this was going at all. Wow.
It's weird that all the other rats are just kind of game for it.
That was one part of it.
Am I the only one who doesn't like this?
It's really funny.
No, but I know Bastion was comparing the Yosoki to like the how do you refer to that as like the Mr. Pibb Rolla Cola version of Skaven from Warhammer.
I assume Rula Cola's RC Cola, and
I would assume so.
It's an RC Cola machine.
Just off-brand cola. But yeah, Mr. Brennan has a lot of little things because of the sewer life that he left.
Yeah,
sewer life.
Straight up.
He's fastidious. He loves when Kurva's cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
He likes things to be neat and tidy, especially his personal hygiene and everything. Like his coat is always, he's got like not pleats in it, but if he could, it'd be like ironed out, so he'd have those creases everywhere, and it would be very perfect.
So those gloves are like perfect for you.
Oh my gosh, yes. They don't.
He was talking about the gloves today.
In bed.
Yep. He's like, if only I had those gloves. I was like, babe, there's not that much blood. Calm down.
You can swim in the Red Sea. You just can't drink the water.
This episode?
If you can walk through the mud, you can smash through the blood.
Oh, I'm cutting that. Oh, that's gross.
It's a proverb. Don't cut that.
And he said unto me,
broke JB.
It's a mud proverb.
She did say all gods, right?
I had students one year who would speak rap lyrics, but as if they were doing the gospel. They would be like, the word of Lil Wayne, and then like just say it. And I was like, oh my God. I would just let him do it.
I like them real wild. B-boy style by the mile. Smooth black skin with a smile.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper? No.
Basically.
Nobody?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know music.
I think you're trying to push it. Push it
real good.
Get out.
Where'd that come from? No, that's Grandma's Boy. That's the only reason I know that.
Oh my God. That's so good. All right. Fulgrim. This one is from Bastion.
He's scared?
Yeah.
You should be.
Just pace yourself like we practice.
In the chat just now, he did ask if you were uncomfortable yet. And if
No,
not,
Taylor
oh,
was.
it's Taylor.
Right.
I'll flip that and reverse it. Did your old bar? He wants to know: did your old bar actually burn down by accident, or were you sick of dwarf and tradition and want to branch out into a life of non-alcoholic mocktails, and that was your only way out?
I really think that Fulgrim had fallen into the wrong crowd and owed some money to the wrong people, made some bad investments, and it came back to bite him. In the worst way
He's being hunted by the mob.
Galarian
This is an
IRS.
amazing character detail.
Yeah.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Galarian IRS. That's what it is.
Yeah.
My friend,
Not the
did
IRA.
you tell Mud about this?
I believe that you were part of the plan to burn it down
Did you?
and run away.
But I didn't talk to anyone about this.
Good.
Oh,
I told you not
oh, okay.
to. Yeah.
Wait. You think you mean I told you not to?
I'm sorry. Are we talking in character now?
Sounded like you were.
I believe I shall now.
Oh my gosh. All right. We're going to save, we have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
We're going to save the rest for another episode. Let's dive into some of this nitty gritty here. So you have cleansed the hermitage. You are in the dungeon crypt area where you've just fought an array of different, baddies over there. Guy named Smiler. Real nasty. You picked up your loot,
Mm-hmm.
and now what do you do?
I believe that we'd like to head back to town.
Goodness, Fulgrim, what have you been putting in those potions to make that ghoul explode like that?
I don't know. I will most certainly try to do that again. Hopefully not anytime where there's a lot of people.
Yes.
It might have been that same thing that I used on the bar. Anyways, no. I don't know.
Oh, double check your reagents next time. I mean, it was very effective.
Yeah, I have to say,
May have saved our lives.
Massive Fulgrim, absolutely.
The fire was beautiful.
So many colors.
Does anybody need my healing scalpel?
No.
No.
Actually, I also feel fantastic. I'm surprised.
I'm doing just fine.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so
I think the circus may need attention at this point.
yeah, we should certainly probably head back there and maybe pick up some of the stuff that we've left on the way here, say our goodbyes, and
Like
head
the
back.
bodies.
What's that?
Like the bodies.
Right.
No, they stay in the crypts.
Well,
That's where they go. I should probably move the other ones down here.
I mean, we should talk to the head hermit.
Harlock.
yeah.
Harlock, the head hermit. Head hermit Harlock.
Ooh,
Is
love that alliteration.
he the only one left here at the hermitage?
As far as you can tell, yes.
Oh my God.
We've killed the rest.
I believe everything else tried to kill us except for that wolf.
Which we let go, yes.
Good old Dutch. Yeah, you let Dutch
Yes.
It was a good creature.
I've forgotten that name.
Go collect them and head back.
Yeah, Xa'Reske, if there's one you wanna
Okay, actually, thank
Go
you.
for it.
Thank you.
No, Fulgrim, no.
go. $5 enough. Get the video.
Oh, eat.
That hand
Eat.
gesture.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
Gross.
So we should collect Harlock and Mr. J. Aber, head back to town. There is a cart in the cart house, correct?
There was, yes.
We don't
Fantastic.
have any beasts of burden to pull it, though.
I'm relatively strong.
Don't we?
I didn't want to assume you're volunteering, but I'm sure
Half the cleaning is getting the cleaning supplies from one place and putting them in another.
that makes a lot of sense. I'm sure you two are hardy enough for that.
Nope, I'll be doing it myself.
Oh, I can play the lute as we go along.
Yeah.
Very
You
nice.
do whatever you need to do.
If you get tired, let me know. I'll take over.
I will not get tired.
You just let me know.
Ding, 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 ding.
You got a pretty mouth.
We got some beasts on this team. Yes. All right. So you're gonna Xa'Reske is gonna eat one of the ghouls.
No.
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 Whatchamacallits. No?
Those
what we were
are
talking-
rotten.
Wow, that's rude.
What are you gonna eat then?
One of the people.
Ew, that's even worse. No,
Why?
it's not.
What?
Okay.
It's the same as eating cattle.
Fair. Okay. All right, so you're gonna eat one of the bodies.
Not the whole. I'm not excruciatingly hungry, but
Okay.
I mean, Kurva has prepared a fantastic lunch earlier, so just
That
a
is true. He did make you a nice little stew with some dinner rolls.
forearm or maybe a leg.
Oh, I get pictures of Xa'Reske like laying on his belly with like the legs of one of the corrupted retainers in his mouth, and he's just like slowly like, like just swallowing it whole.
While playing the lute.
Some dining music helps digestion.
Actually, I'm juggling at the moment.
He's like, look
Jaw
away.
extended.
That
Your
was
jaw distended like a snake. It was horrific.
Oh my goodness. So while Xa'Reske has a little snack, did anyone want to go back through and collect any of the equipment?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought I was eating a monk.
I figured we'd kind of do it on the way out a little bit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we'll hand wave that. I did go back through and count in the adventure. There are 9 corrupted retainers and 3 priests, all of which are armed with tridents. The corrupted retainers have shields, and they all have leather armor. So, it's really funny. Dan was helping me kind of like do the list and the money and all of this, assuming that you wanted to sell these things. And I was like, well, I'm going to make you guys come up with a way to figure out how you're going to get it back to camp. And then I totally forgot that there was a cart in the shed. I'm such an asshole. But good job. You guys figured it out. You did it. Go team.
We're just so far ahead. We got it figured out before we even needed to.
Yeah. Like, boom.
Shazam.
Gold star. Hero points for everybody.
Oh, yay.
Oh, great.
No.
Just said it.
I said it. All right, lovely. So you load up the cart. Harlock and Heber are still waiting in the shed.
Mhm.
Kind of like shooting the shit like old men do.
Okay.
You know?
So once again, guys, just take these tickets for the show. Obviously, you know, you should probably go.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's a
Heber.
lot to do here anymore. So
Since we killed your whole following, they're now all dead.
I believe they
Right
were
in there.
only being corrupted. Something killed them
Mm.
before us.
Yep.
we
Not anymore, though.
we cleansed your halls as you know, any Kurva would.
As the expression goes.
Harlock is very grateful for your assistance, and he assures you he will be going to the circus, the next performance that you have to put on. It'll be a wonderful, reprieve from the events of the last few weeks for him.
I could only imagine.
You know, hopefully he doesn't get the snot beat out of him at the circus.
I mean, come to the early show.
Just don't get to the mosh pit area and you'll be okay.
After dark is where it gets wild.
Does get quite rowdy.
Yeah.
How does he get so dirty?
Jesus, fuck you. I love you. It took me a second, and then it's so stupid. It's from Scrubs. The taxidermy dog's name is Rowdy. I'm going to cut that out anyway. All right, so you head back to camp. We'll say it took you how long to get here, Brennan?
I think it was
3 hours? 4 hours?
like the
Yeah,
most
it was-
part of the morning.
It was like
correct?
12 or 13 miles. So yeah, a couple hours, I think.
I think our friend, not Harlock, the other, I'm horrible with names.
Heber.
Jabber.
Yes, Jabber. Used to take a day trip out of it, correct? If
Okay.
I remember.
Yeah, so we'll say since you've already come up, you're slightly familiar with the path. The cart might slow you down a little bit, but this is mostly, I imagine it would be at a decline. So you're kind of going downhill. So we'll say that it takes you roughly the same amount of time. You leave probably mid-morning, so you arrive back at the circus camp, mid-afternoon. People are kind of milling about, doing circus things and such. Stuff and things and such. But
Is there anywhere in town we could... I realize that there's been a horrible drought and a lot of the town has had some issues lately. Are there anyone who potentially would be interested in our spoils by chance?
You could absolutely, the tridents and the armor there, that would absolutely be great to sell over to old Vaughan, on the main street. He's our local, for lack of a better term, he's our local arms dealer. He deals in all things weaponry and armor. He would be your best bet for that. Assuming Harlock, you don't want this stuff anymore. Oh heavens, no! I would never want to see those items again. They've been tainted by treachery and malice. So, if you go over to Vaughan, most people around here, they call him Cottonmouth. So, just go over there. He'll give you a pretty good price. The jewelry, you might have some luck with Selena. She's the jeweler here in town. I'm not sure how much she'll be able to offer you for it, though, because like you said, times have been hard. And she might be able to point you in the direction of someone for any more specialty items you found.
Well, hopefully it will be on the way for the circus. Routine, travels, destinations.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right in town, right? All these people.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The other folk that she could point us to. If it is in a different location.
Yeah.
That is.
Correct.
The closest big town is Escadar, and that's not too far. You could easily take the circus there and put on some shows, make a killing.
My understanding is not that Esca far away, so that would make a lot of sense.
Escadar is not Escafar.
And if you spell it backwards, it's not far.
But wonderful. Thank you. Dudes.
Harlock, if you would enjoy a tour around the circus grounds, unless you wish to go spend time with your friend Jabber, I would love to tour you around.
Well, that would be delightful. Thank you so much.
Of course, my friend. I actually have pit stops to make as well.
All right.
Mr. J. Aber, we have instituted Two Punch as your new sheriff since the old one has died.
Two Punch?
Yep. She's
a criminal mastermind.
A mastermind is right. Of justice.
Right.
Even those ruffians.
Yep.
What are you? What?
It looked like you needed a new sheriff, and she stepped up to the plate.
Well, I'll have to talk to Piranha about this.
Yeah, there was a deputy, remember?
Oh. He was not dead.
No.
Okay.
No, he was alive.
Oh.
I mean, at least when we left.
Right. Well, J. Aber, we thought was dead until we found him alive.
Also true.
Okay.
True on both counts.
I'm glad you are alive, Mr. Aber.
Oh, geez. Thank you. Me too. Many thanks to you all for your help.
Also, you wouldn't happen to know if there was anyone in town that might be familiar with that tower that you were talking about earlier, Harlock?
Oh, I'm not totally sure. Nellen might know a bit about it. He's got some, he's a man who knows a little bit about a lot of things. So Nellen might be a good person to talk to about that.
Sounds like a useless git.
We have those books to return to him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so we should stop over there anyway.
Could you tell us what direction, how far the tower is from Aberton, or is that not within your knowledge?
Can we see it from on the horizon? I could make an estimation.
I think that's it there, actually.
That large tower with the thing flying above it? Yes.
That one right there?
That's what I thought.
Could I make an estimation on how far it is based on, the landscape and whatnot?
Trigonometry?
Yes.
Yeah, ergocometry.
Do the Pythagorean theorem.
Ergocabala.
No,
yeah.
Those are chickens that turn people to stone. That's different.
I thought they had snake hair.
Could I do a survival check to estimate distance?
Absolutely.
I got a 17.
All right. You'd guess it's probably a few miles inland. And you can see it from your trek from the hermitage back to circus camp, you can see it a few miles in the distance.
See, it's
It ain't that far at all.
Yeah.
Not far.
You missed it. We already kind
I just made that joke.
Oh.
about Escadar being Escafar.
It's right there.
I had to let the dog out because he was whining.
It's right there.
Wait, I didn't get the joke. Could you repeat it for me?
Oh, that's funny.
Again.
Yeah, so just a few miles inland.
Closer than the hermitage was?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
If memory serves, it was being talked about, but in some ominous tones. We really ought to prepare, make sure that we know what's coming to us when we investigate this tower.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, we should definitely put on another show.
Do we have time for that? This town is in dire
The show must go
trouble.
on.
Yeah, dire need of uplifting acts.
Well, entertainment can lift the spirits for sure.
I mean, this town's on life support. If not for us, they would have withered away and died 8 days ago.
It's
And
true.
Harlock, he chimes in a little bit here and says, and the evil that infiltrated the hermitage, it was a slow progression. It's not as if a day or two, rest, get your strength up, equip yourselves appropriately before you head out there. Because who knows what might await you.
I've heard there's a cream for that.
You haven't heard dick.
I hope it's not in your ear.
Gathering intelligence on this makes a lot of sense as well. We know there are Zolgaths around this tower. Learning some more about those creatures would be good. I can't remember if I made a check to see if Brennan knows about Zolgaths.
I feel like
Before?
you did.
Hmm.
And I only told you a little bit about it. They're like reptilian type creatures.
They are troglodytes in the common tongue.
right. Yeah, we knew that. We did figure that out.
God bless you.
Fulgrim, my friend, should we check to make sure that your reagents are not mixed?
Oh,
In
going
your-
to explode?
Yes.
I would hope not, but we could definitely check.
Okay. Maybe you could come with me as I give a tour and we can stop by your caravan.
Are we going to get your drinks? And I wink non-conspiratorially.
Yes.
Is he flirting?
Fantastic.
No,
I think
Oh.
we're going to kill Harlock right now.
not to you, to him.
Oh,
We're not killing Harlock today,
Oh.
Fulgrim.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Today.
All right.
Mayor Heber, is there a library of any sorts in this town? In your town?
We have a small library. Yeah. It's whatever the fuck that was. It's right near the Golden Laws Church.
Oh, very good. Do you
You'd
think
find
they would
it.
have books about the Zolgaths or anything like that there? Anything I could read up on?
Oh, they might have a couple children's stories about Zolgas, the different names and the different types of things they like to eat and some background information like that. Yeah.
Often those things are based in truth, so that could be very helpful.
Mm.
Have we left the Hermitage yet?
Yes, you are headed on your way.
Okay.
You've got the cart full of goodies. And I said it'll probably take you, even though you have the cart full of stuff, you're going like downhill.
Mm.
So it'll probably take about the same amount of time as when you went.
Oh, I'm certainly riding in it as well if there's room.
But yeah.
I need to take all those steps.
Oh, I'll make room.
Just right
Which
on
means
the
I'm
shoulder
walking.
again.
By the sounds of it.
You're walking?
that's a big cart,
I'll walk
Okay.
backwards and not backwards. I will be back behind and to the left of Kurva.
Anyway, yeah, so we want to go sell some things, do some stuff. I need to stop by a couple stores.
Okay.
I think all said and told, everyone gets 30.5 gold. 30 gold and 5 silver
Ah. Oh, very good.
From
A generous cut.
from all the stuff.
is that counting everything?
That's counting the leather, the armor, the shields, the animal staff, and the jewels, the gold, and silver.
Are we selling all of that here in this small podunk town? I say in front of Jay Heber.
He like shrugged his shoulders like, Yeah, they're fucking broke.
We're not selling the gold.
Oh.
We have that to spend, then they have money to buy our goods and services.
Oh.
Brewmaster Fulgrim, I was wondering if you could transcribe this rune on this here fork that we found onto my broom here.
I most certainly can. It will take me a little while, but yes, that is well within my capabilities.
Thanks so much. If I can do something of commensurate service, you just let me know.
I will keep that in mind.
I love this wheeling and dealing. All right, so Fulgrim, you are going to do some rune work on Kurva's
Yes.
weapon.
Yeah, I mean, I will start it. It won't be done for a little while, but
Okay.
I can definitely begin that process.
Wonderful. What a guy. Love that.
I'll keep you company while you do it.
Fulgrim, sorry. Check those reagents. as well,
yeah.
Before you forget.
Totally checking the reagents. Do not want another explosion of that magnitude.
Yeah. Okay.
Once again, incredibly impressive.
Yes, indeed.
Kurva, can you make sure he remembers to check that, please?
No,
Okay. Thank you.
I don't see it happening.
I appreciate you.
Here's the thing. Brewmaster, he's probably better at labeling than I am. You know, as much as I like to put on airs, one bucket's pretty much the same as another bucket. But as I understand, it actually matters what you put into all those different vials and what do you call them? Sphincters? Filters? Whatever you call them.
Yeah, and
You have to be careful what you put in your sphincter. That's true.
it's mostly due to sight and smell. If I do label them, someone may come along and steal the more valuable ones, or mix two that they think would help, and they do not.
Just check them, please.
Gotta keep my secrets.
We should move everyone's cart away from his.
Does anybody actually have any big important purchases to get?
Big? No. Important? Very.
I would like to go to town and spend some time at that library, but based on our last excursion there, I would like to not go alone.
I was actually going to say, why don't you and I head to the church, see Nellen, turn in those books, maybe stop by the library,
Yes,
spend some quality time together.
that sounds splendid.
Great. Okay. I thought it did, but I didn't think you'd be up for it. I'm kind of excited.
If you don't mind, Mr. Brennan, could you pick me up a couple books about deities, specifically Gazra and the like? I'm hoping to brush up a little bit on my religious learning.
Oh, yes,
if we
of
got
course.
some time coming up where I could do that.
Well, we could do some lessons at night if you wish.
Oh, the lessons again, Mr. Brennan. I honestly, those are grueling.
Yeah, we've talked about how important they are to not only expand your muscles, but your mind as well.
I know, but how do you expand a mind like a muscle? That there's only so much space in the skull. It doesn't make sense.
Kurva, that's the thing, is that you can't treat your mind like a muscle because it is not. You have to.
I know, that's the problem. If it was, it'd be a lot. You know what? We'll talk about it when you get back.
Yes, I will certainly look for a book on Gozra for you.
Okay, thank you. And the nice pencils, not the bad ones. I want the nice ones.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Those are the Lambos of pencil.
Not quite
Mud.
there yet.
I would like another feather, please. If you can find one.
For you, my dear. Absolutely.
I will give you 10 gold for your efforts. If I get any back, that would be great. If not, no worries.
Fulgrim, is there anything you would need from
okay.
town?
I would like a crossbow, because I feel like that would increase my damage output, especially at range, when I do not want to throw my expensive bombs, and perhaps splatter everyone with bits of entrails and diseased bits of flesh from everything that I explode.
Yes, I hope.
Again, incredibly impressive.
Yeah, honestly, just
remarkable
marvelous.
to behold.
A remarkable feat.
Can you attach one of your vials to the head of a crossbow bolt and fire it that way?
I will certainly put that on the list of things to do.
That sounds amazing.
That list is getting quite long.
It is.
I forgot you could write.
I am quite smart.
What a guy.
I'll say, not everyone can figure out how to explode a ghoul from over there without even making any, so subtle. You know what I mean?
Amazing. Didn't even throw anything.
Right.
Subtlety is Fulgrim's specialty.
You constantly surprise me, my friend.
I am a man of mystery.
All right, so Fulgrim is working on a rune for Kurva. Xa'Reske, you're giving Harlock a tour.
Yes.
And Mud and Brennan are going into town.
Yes.
All right, let's go to town.
As an employee of the circus, would you say that Mr. Brennan is under my command?
I mean, as much as anybody else.
I explode him.
You can't do that. Summon your creepy hand again.
I'm just kidding,
Oh
obviously.
my goodness. That's really funny. Gee whiz. All right, so first stop in town. What are you doing?
Now
Books.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. All right, so you find him at the Golden Laws Church. I'm assuming that's the first place you look.
Yeah, well, I will knock gently on the door. Mr. Nellen? I forget if he had a title.
Can't remember.
Master, maybe?
He's not
Sir
like a
Nellen?
priest, is he?
I think Sir would be given by the king or queen of the land.
Oh, Daddy. I think it's
Daddy.
Daddy.
He likes when you call him Big Daddy.
Mr. Nellen, Mr. Drend?
Oh, yes. And you can hear the voice coming from like deep within the church.
It is Brennan and Mud. We found your books
Oh, come again. What's that?
from the demon attack. I'll be walking across the chapel.
You can tell he's in the back where all the lockboxes are.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
heading that way as I'm shouting this.
And he comes out to meet you. Oh, the books, you found them?
Yes, of course.
And they're all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tip-top shape.
I assume Mud still has them.
Yeah,
Oh,
I forgot I had them.
You wouldn't let me.
wonderful. What wonderful news. You have no idea with everything that's befallen me. And he kind of just waves at the church in general. And it's clean, thanks to Kurva. It's still, the windows are broken.
Damn right.
Yeah. You have no idea how much this means to me. Please, keep the things that I have given you as a token of my appreciation. And here, I insist you take this as well. And he rummages in his robes to find a pocket
3 Werther's Originals.
and 1 strawberry candy.
Yeah, right?
Worth it.
And
just has
he
no
hands
name.
you a little coin purse.
Oh,
Great. Thank you.
your generosity is astounding.
Well, thank you for your good work. And these appear to be completely unscathed. I don't know how we got so lucky.
Well, hopefully the luck continues as we are finding our way to the root of this matter and making sure this does not happen again. We've learned something to go happening at the Aaron Tower with Zolgaths. Is there anything that you know about these things?
Oh my goodness. Well, the Aaron Tower, it's well known. The idea is that the orb around the Aaron Tower gives life to the land. But if there are Zolgaths there, that makes me very curious indeed.
You said the light at the top?
The orb.
Orb. Well, it seems something has gone amiss here with this orb. And I believe after our circus show in a few days, we're going to make our way over there and hopefully solve that problem.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Aberton is lucky to have a group such as yourselves. And I can't wait to come to the show. And he rummages again in his pockets and pulls out his ticket.
Speaking of, when do you hold service?
The end of every week, we do a morning mass and an evening mass.
Great. So I have for your parishioners half-price coupons
Oh,
for 2 adult entries. It's only good for 1 person. They have to buy 2 entries, but they get them half off.
oh.
So next time you do hold a service, please hand these out to everyone to make sure to make them aware the services that we've done for you.
Absolutely. They will know the only reason why we are able to continue to hold services is because of the Circus of Wayward Wonders.
Oh, don't even paraphrase it. Literally just like that. You're a natural, baby.
And make sure to thank Kurva for cleaning up so well.
Yes.
Kurva, what a wonderful lad.
The cleanliness is thanks enough. I say this out loud back at camp, even though obviously I'm not there.
Just say that randomly at times.
When you said
I just talk to myself. It's sort of a monk thing. You kind of wouldn't get it.
when you said damn straight, I was like, he just says that while he's with Fulgrim. Damn straight.
Fulgrim was like, what?
I'm just muttering under my breath while he's working on my broom.
Working on the broom, and Kurva's like, cleanliness is thanks enough. Fulgrim's like, what?
We're all actually in Kurva's imagination.
If I can't see it, it's not there.
It's fair.
And Mr. Nillen, is there somebody in town or at the library that you might be aware of that might know a little bit more about the tower? Either its layout, what it's normally like, things to expect there.
The library may have some limited resources. Unfortunately, the townsfolk around here are not as interested in learning as others. That's why many go to the hermitage, because they, as far as I know, I've never been, of course, as an outsider, but they have a much more extensive collection of literary tomes in their possession. But our library might have a little something. If you ask the librarian, he can certainly point you in the right direction.
So the librarian's name?
The librarian's name is the librarian's name is Ibn. He could show you what you need to know.
I was closest without going over.
Very good. Thank you very much. Mud, to the library.
Don't have any. Okay.
To the library.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll say,
On our way to the library. On our way to the library. On our way to the library. I hope they have some books.
Is it Gertie?
my answer is, Mr. Library Ibn.
Oh, yes.
I require assistance.
Oh, okay. And this old, ancient, leathery man comes out from behind a counter, and he's like stooped over, and he's got glasses down at the very end of his nose, and he like adjusts them. Like, well, what you be needing there, sir?
Say birds of a feather, and I adjust my glasses that have no lenses.
Oh yeah, I
my
can't
nose as
see
well.
either. How funny.
So I'm looking for a few things. Just completely ignore his statement. First of all, do you have any books on the Aaron Tower or Zolgaths in particular?
On a man named Aaron Bauer? What do you want to know about Aaron Bauer for?
The Aaron Tower, and I point in the direction.
Aaron Bauer was a scourge of a man. He was terrible. He assassinated 6 world leaders. What on earth would you want to know about such a horrible man for?
What? Zolgaths. You have a book on Zolgaths.
Extreme gas? You having stomach problems, boy?
Oh, mud. How about Gozra? Let's see, work with that.
Challenge accepted. Fuck, I can't.
We don't have to be part of your domestic dispute, do we? You don't have to make it public.
Oh, Gozra. Yeah, we've got books about Gozra. Why didn't you just say so?
Could you show me to them, please?
Yes, of course. They're right over here. There are lots of shelves. There are not a lot of books on the shelves. So like, it's not like you would expect in a typical library where when you walk behind a shelf of books, you can't be seen. It's like you can very obviously see people between the shelves. And he takes you over to it's probably like a religions section. And he says, well, here you go. This is what we've got about Gozra.
Oh, very good. How long can I borrow it for?
Oh, do you have a card?
No, I'm from the circus. We're coming through town, but return it before we leave.
That would be delightful.
Okay.
When are you going?
In a few days. We have a show Was it 2 days hence?
Yeah, in a couple days.
You're trying to sell a bow for 2 pence? I don't understand you, but
Mud, will you show him a ticket or something?
Yeah, I cast message, so the what I say goes directly to his fucking brain. And I say, sir, we need any information that you have on the errant tower. We will return the book that my friend is borrowing in 2 days' time when we have a show at the circus, which you should absolutely attend.
that sounds great.
Great.
There is the book about Gozra. And then I also have an informational guide about Zolgaths. Unfortunately, we don't have any information about the Aaron Tower.
Is there anyone in town that might? Anyone that's been out there would be really ideal.
Oh no, we don't tend to go out there. We don't mess with that.
Who dies? It's right over there. No one goes 3 miles that way to the tower.
Well, wouldn't that be the sheriff's job?
Your sheriff has been dead for 2 weeks.
Thank God you said that. Yes, rats have very puffy cheeks.
You can hear me just fine, Mud. As he squeaks through all this. Can't go that high.
But yes, thank you so much. Is there anything that you need from us to take these books out?
No, just please bring them back when you're done.
If it's convenient, yes, we'll do that. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Please come to the circus.
Goodbye, and I hope that your Aunt Burkus is doing better.
Tuberculosis. Yes, great.
Very good. I will just follow Mud as we go and be reading the Zolgath's tome.
Well, you guys are doing that. Let's hop over to Xa'Reske and Harlock as you're giving him the tour.
Wonderful. These are our midgets.
Oh.
Although we do not call them that to their face.
We call them
friends.
humans.
As a 7-foot tall lizard, everyone is a midget to me.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes. I think their technical term is dwarf, but I've never broached the subject with Fulgrim before. So, these are our, we have a snake charmer. Have I showed you the, I will bring them around to each of our different exotic creatures, bearded dragons of large sizes. And as we pass by I think there were a troop of dwarves that I stole this loot from.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that correct? Yes. I would like to sleight of hand that back into their tent as we pass by.
Roll for it, baby.
And I believe I rolled not great. A 17 to thievery back their loot.
I'll say since you're giving it back, I'll let a 17 go.
Perfect.
I feel like it's easier to put a stolen thing back than it is to steal it in the first place.
I will have also tuned it and made sure to shine it as well.
Wow.
And I would like Harlock to not see that too.
Okay.
Maybe get them all in a conversation
Gotcha.
as well.
Or like, be like, and you can see over here, and he's like, what? And you're like, "Doo."
Exactly. I would also like to show him the wimps that decide to use a net in order to jump around high places as well. I've actually written down things that I would like to get done today.
Oh, you've
does
got
that?
a list.
I know, right? And as we're going, I would like to sleight of hand certain things away from certain people in order to juggle with them and then give things to other people. So if there is a way that I could maybe, someone's munching on an apple, I would take that. And
As they're like mid-munch.
right, and then give it to a child as we're walking by and just continue to juggle different things throughout.
Like, Mommy, why did he give me a half-eaten apple?
No, one of the circus kids that roams around.
Oh,
us.
right.
Yes.
Like, Mommy, he gave me a half-eaten apple.
Honestly, I think, we would stop at each individual tent and maybe land at Fulgrim's thing, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
Wagon?
Workshop? Wagon?
Yes.
I told you my name is Kurva. I know you know this.
This is not your wagon, my friend.
Oh, my mistake.
It is not nearly clean enough.
That's true.
Fulgrim, how are your reagents?
Very good. They are completely separated and ordered in terms of color.
I lick the air, and it actually tastes a lot better than it did in the bar.
Oh,
So,
okay.
good job.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Like they're going from ultraviolet to infrared. I cannot see the ones on either end.
No, the broom.
Oh, the broom? Oh, I'm taking the rune that is currently on this. It was a staff. Trident.
Yes.
And I'm going to take it off the trident and transfer it to this broom for Kurva here. I'm actually glad that you've brought Harlock here, because Harlock, you are a cleric of Gazra, correct?
Yes, that is true.
And Kurva, you said you wanted to learn about Gazra, correct?
Gazra and the others in the adjoining pantheons. It just seems like a good piece of information tucked behind my brain in case we end up fiddling around in any other hermitage hermit dwellings. They're burrows.
Right. If Kurva, you would like to talk to Harlock, I believe that would be a good match. Because you both want to learn about Gazra.
Well, sure. Learn me something. Now I'll listen to what he has to tell me, and then and I'll tell Mr. Brennan what I learn later, so that he can be proud of me.
All right.
That's
So
unbelievably wholesome.
He certainly would be too.
I love it so much.
He taught me how to learn, which was as far as he explained it as the first thing to learn. But I never got quite past that first step, so they'll be proud to learn it.
That's so cute. All right, so yeah, Harlock will walk with you, and he kind of not so much like a preachy sermon, just a little bit of background type things about Gozra. He's known as a fickle deity, and traditionally, he really is neutral to other gods unless they threaten his dominion. He does, often have conflict with others, especially the deities who are more known for their destructive or corrupting influences in the world. Interestingly enough, he's often at odds with Abadar, who is worshipped at the local church here,
Right.
because of the encroachments on civilization, on nature. So,
But here's what I don't get, Padre. How come if you're on the water and Gozra tends to regulate the trades, why on earth would he be found somewhere that ain't on water? Specifically, someplace under land, like in that hermitage that we went into, where they were like, you got to be right with Gozra to enter here, but they wasn't on the water in a boat of some kind.
You know this, my new friend.
I forgot.
He's a dualistic deity, mostly of nature and
With like a
storm and
rapier
sky.
kind of thing.
Yes.
That kind of dualistic.
Yeah. That's a really great analogy. Yes, a little bit more dominant on one. But with do we not have the storm in the sky on the water as we do on the earth?
That's deep.
It broke Kurva's brain. That's such a good look.
I'm gonna have to think this one over. You just stand right there until I'm done.
Wonderful. I have to tell you, this is refreshing. I've not been able to have such a
Please, silently. I'm devoting all of my brain power to this.
Yes. Oh God, it's so good.
Xa'Reske, I am quite the matchmaker. Again, me and Two Punch really getting hot and heavy in there. And now I've just matched Harlock and Kurva up. I do believe you can call me a regular a Callistra of this area. Hey?
You are, Your skills in finding romance in the strangest places is remarkable.
You know, it comes with alcohol.
I would agree, actually.
Maybe.
Maybe your next brew would be the Lover's Brew.
Yeah. I believe the Lover's Brew is more alcohol.
Just a stronger proof, then.
Correct.
Interesting.
Right. You spike the alcohol with a little bit stronger alcohol.
Is that how that works?
Yes.
Oh, remarkable. I don't know anything about what you've done ever because I've never watched you.
Oh.
I must be honest, but it's amazing to hear you grunt over stills.
If you
I'll agree to that one. Seconded.
Oh my God.
if you would like to learn sometime,
No,
you know, okay.
I appreciate it though.
Very good.
Yes. If you would like to learn fencing.
No.
Okay. I love you, my friend.
Thank you for watching my back.
Absolute. Any day.
Love it.
Any day. While I was going around with Harlock, I think I would check in with folks to see if they need anything before the next production.
Okay.
So if there's anyone around who, besides the stupid net people, who might need anything by the time we perform tomorrow, I believe.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes.
I mean, you're happy to see they've been very industrious while you have all been away from
fantastic.
Hermitage. They've been really just prepping there, ready to put on a second show.
And then I would use every piece of my giant lizard scaly charisma to give them words of encouragement,
Right on.
as well as just pats on the back and head scratches for the dog-faced dog, of course.
You know, Cubby loves it.
Cubby loves I got nails and they just itch, scratch every itch. Yeah. But back to my friend Fulgrim. Can I play with this?
That is highly explosive.
Is that a no?
Depends on what you would like to do with it. Would you like to explode something?
I just learned how to juggle.
Oh, no. That'd be quite dangerous. And you may blow off an arm or a hand or an eye or a head or a tail or the other arm.
Well, the tail grows back.
Oh.
So I'll just put this down regardless.
Thank you.
Oh my God. It's really funny.
I miss working with you.
No, don't touch that. or that. Nope, not that. Ooh, definitely don't touch that.
Can I have a toy, please?
I will hand you an empty bottle filled with I will put water in it and say that it's also combustible.
Are you explaining the steps to me as you do so?
I am.
He's got to think out loud.
You just fill it in the river that runs through camp, and you're like, here you go.
I definitely have some water that has been filtered, and it's ready in my little cart.
I also scratch you behind the ears.
Well, thank you,
my friend.
I know that is your way of showing love and affection.
I juggle off.
You just juggalo all the way over there.
I must find a rusty axe.
You got to have one of those. There's a pile of wood nearby the campfire, so you could probably find one.
Is there a fat bitch named Bridget?
I'm sorry. Say a Fabergé egg?
No, librarian. That's not what he said.
What does that
Couldn't
mean?
put it together at all. With his hands over his face.
That was really good. That was great, even.
Oh my God. That's really funny. Cool.
Sorry.
Much like the necromancer that works as one of the clowns at the circus. Wicked clowns never die.
Oh God, that's incredible.
Whew, I'm better now.
Are you okay?
No.
He's literally crying. Actual tears. Jesus. Okay. All right. So while Xa'Reske is looking for a rusty axe, and I just love Fulgrim's ability to like distract him like a like a toddler. It's fair. It's totally fair.
That
And
is fair.
Kurva's getting his mind blown about this deity.
We're still standing in stoic silence while I puzzle it out.
Also, P.S. props to PathfinderWiki.com.
I'm on that specific site a lot looking up God
Yeah.
stuff for mud.
You're
So
like,
yeah.
I want to know more about Gazra. And I'm like, okay. Google search Gazra.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
Thought that was all just from like reading the AP and stuff.
No, it's not that. No, there's not that much detail in there.
I thought it was from your brain.
It kind of was because I read it.
Fair.
It went from the screen through my brain and out my mouth. So let's finish up with our town dudes.
Oh, yeah,
Mud and
I'm
Brennan
done with my
walking the
errands in town,
streets.
so I'm just gonna follow right behind Mud, reading the Zolgath book.
Perfect. All right. I don't particularly like to be alone, so that was great. I'm really glad he's here with me. We need to go see Vaughan.
Okay.
I need to stop by the seamstress, a florist, and the butcher.
What about the baker?
Candlestick maker?
Both of those, and Vaughan will have your boom.
Yeah. All right. So you can stop by
yeah.
Vaughan. Like,
Yeah, that'll be the first stop because we need to unload all this stuff. And
yeah. Abern is not huge, and you've already walked through the town once before, so you're pretty familiar with the layout. So it wouldn't take long for you to be able to identify Vaughan. When you go in, it's immediately apparent why everybody calls him Cottonmouth. He's got a big old bushy white beard.
Oh.
Yeah, looks like he's just got like pillow stuffing all over his face. But he's like a tall, like broad-shouldered, like kind of reminds you like similarly built to Kurva, just less green.
Okay.
And he's wearing clothes.
So he's like a light green, like an olive.
Yeah, you could say he has like an olive skin tone.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, great.
And as you walk in, you can see he's working on adding some studs to some leather armor.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. Would you happen to be Mr. Vaughan?
That's my name. Most folks around here call me Cottonmouth, but yeah, sure. What can I help you with?
Mr. Cottonmouth. Well, we have quite the deal for you. We have wares to sell. We have a list of things to buy.
Oh,
Maybe we barter, maybe we don't. Either way, we have some coin to spend.
well, I like the sounds of that. I haven't heard that around here in quite a long time.
I'd kind of gathered.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
This is fascinating.
So, first off, why don't I part with some coin?
Delightful.
We need a crossbow
Okay.
and let's say 40 bolts.
Do you have a particular make and model on this crossbow that you're looking for?
The Pugmaster 95.
I'm afraid we don't
Yeah.
carry the Pugmaster 95. That's kind of a newer model.
Really any heavy crossbow that you might have.
Oh, all right. I wasn't sure if you were looking for a smaller one for this little guy here with you.
Nope, he'll be carrying the bolts and the books.
All right. Yeah, I can outfit you with a crossbow and 40 bolts.
And now that we've had such a positive transaction, I need you to buy 12 suits of leather, 9 tridents, 3 shields.
Oh. All right. Well, let me take a look at these things for you. And I'll see what I can part with on these.
Okay, great.
Yeah. GB, did you need us to flag?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, if you want to flag now, I was going to say that you could barter for hand jobs for Brennan.
Oh, that's true.
So you just double fist. Right.
Oh,
No.
That deadpan though.
Dan, I love you.
I just got done crying.
Yay.
If
If you're looking up the cost of stuff, I already added that into the gold I
For a
gave out to
crossbow?
everybody. Oh, for the crossbow?
Yeah.
No, I did not look
And
up
you don't
that.
know how much money I'm going to give you for the armor and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I'm going to write down a number
Okay.
for all of that. And I can guarantee
For the
you,
armor, shields, and tridents?
for the armor, shield,
Okay.
and tridents, and I can guarantee that your number will be higher than what I'm expecting.
Maybe. What'd you write down?
Don't look at it.
All right.
So how much?
Well, Dan, how much is a crossbow? Are you looking up
3.
3 gold?
Yeah. And then Brennan pipes up for just a second, looks up from his book. He's, oh, and a hand crossbow as well, please.
And 1 hand crossbow.
It's also 3.
we just got a lovely, a beautiful little hand crossbow here. I was
You just got a hand job right in.
yeah.
Great.
And
Perfect
the
timing.
nice thing about this job is that you can wield it in either hand. It's ambidextrous. So if you want to have this job in your right hand, if you want to have this job in your left hand, switch between the two. Want to have a friend use this job? Go for it. I was hoping to have the missus work on this job a little bit.
Well, unfortunately, we're going to give it to a rat kid.
Fair enough. So 12 suits of armor.
Heavy crossbow?
I count 12 tridents here.
Great. Even better.
And 9 shields. So I can do you for 30 gold pieces on these.
Beautiful. That's exactly 6 more than I was expecting. So, sounds great.
Yeah.
JB, you trying to tell me you want a heavy crossbow?
Yeah.
We got
But I
that.
was trying to like do it silently so it wouldn't be on the mic and we wouldn't have to cut this. But
If only.
all right. If you really would like heavy,
I
large
figured it
crossbow,
out.
4.
So that's 4 gold.
4
for
gold
the heavy
instead.
crossbow.
All right, I already took
3
it up.
gold for my hand crossbow.
All right. So 7 gold total on the crossbows.
Yes.
Did you factor bolts into that price? Like,
No.
are they?
That would be 4 silver pieces.
Half a gold.
Yeah. Okay.
And I like how you're going to be like just better at crossbows than me too.
Yeah, my deck.
What I'm hearing is that we each get 1 more gold piece.
Effectively.
Oh my
Can't use it for anything.
All right. So 7.5 gold on the crossbows. And then you guys will get, what did I say? 30? Yeah.
Great. And we have some magical doodads. Any particular person that you would normally deal with? Do you deal with that yourself?
Oh yeah. No one here. No one in Aberton does anything with magical. I have a broker in Escadar. Hang on, let me look around here. And he like is rummaging through like the stuff on his like workshop area. And he pulls out a sheet of paper, like a torn from a sheet of paper, and he hands it to you, and it's like an advertisement like you would see in a newspaper. It's got the person's name and their location in Escadar.
Great. Okay, and you work with this guy regularly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Glenn's he's solid. He's never let me down. And everybody, it's unfortunate, but I can't move the items here. So people, who do family heirlooms or whatever, magical items, they tend to go see Glenn. So.
Great. So you, by the way, were recommended highly to us by both Harlock and Mr. Aberton.
Ah.
Mr. Aber, some might call him. We're pretty familiar.
How good old Jay.
Yes. Can you tell me anything about Selena?
Oh yeah, she's all right. She's one of those. She's a type.
So yes, I completely get what information you're trying to impart.
All right. I personally don't deal with her much. I've gotten a couple nice things for the missus from her. Around those birthdays and anniversaries and whatever. She's always got something sparkly that my wife likes. But no, she's, again, not sure how much she'll be able to offer you for anything that you've got to sell. Just times are hard around here. People are
right.
People are more interested in food than jewels. But yeah, you could go over and talk to her and see what she can do for you.
There's 3 other things, some might say, that I need to procure while I'm here. I don't know if this is something you would have or not. Is there like maybe a taxidermist? I'm looking for a very nice feather.
All right.
Could be one you found on the ground, as long as it's big, preferably colored.
A colorful feather. You know, you might be able to go talk to Mort. He's just down the road here. He just sells your odds and ends kind of stuff. He's real weird.
Okay.
Real weird.
Great. Thank you so much. And here's a half price coupon for the circus. Bring the missus.
She'd love it. She'd absolutely love it. You got any of those little dwarf guys?
So, very specifically, we have probably one of the most explosive personality dwarves that you could ever hope to meet. Do you like drink, my good friend?
Oh, you know I do.
Oh, not only is he a spectacle to behold, but he makes and brews some of the finest beverages that one could ask for. So make sure to come on an empty stomach.
Indeed. Wonderful.
That's it.
All right.
See you later.
All right.
Bye.
Deuces. Oh my
Stands
goodness.
in the corner reading the book, and like the door shuts behind Mud, because I'm sure Mud's not like, Brennan, let's go. And then Brennan, like after like 5 seconds, looks up and he's like, oh, and then scurries out to catch up with Mud.
Oh my goodness. We can hand wave over Mort. You go for a feather.
Yeah, I need feathers. I need buttons. I need a bouquet of flowers. I also need a really high choice cut of meat. And that is specific for a number of reasons. Number one, it's for Cubby, and he deserves it. Number two,
Yes.
in a particularly depressed area, generally the higher end cuts of meat and flowers and jewels and things like that would not be regularly bought, as they'd be impulse buys. So
Right.
I want to make sure I'm buying not necessarily old, but the things that he would really be delighted to move.
All right.
Stimulating the local economy.
Yeah. Love it. So he's got, you might identify it as a peacock feather.
Oh, beautiful.
So, yeah, lots of different colors. He does have a jar of very mismatched buttons.
Perfect.
He said someone inherited from their grandmother. And he can point you in the direction of a butcher to get that piece of meat. All said and done, all the things that you are looking to buy, it's going to be 10 gold.
What?
Yeah. You need a lot of stuff.
This is all like things that cost silver and copper.
I mean, you can try and talk him down.
Yeah, I'm going to try to talk him down.
All right.
Give him those tickets.
Yeah, I'll barter in tickets.
Probably society.
Yeah, probably society.
All right.
Diplomacy.
Yeah, let's go with a diplomacy instead. Actually, a performance. Would you allow me to use a performance here?
Given your specific talents, yes.
All right, so 17.
Okay. So, you can talk him down. Let's go to 5.
This is still highway robbery.
I rolled a d20 because I have no idea. But I figured if a crossbow was like 3 gold, then, you know.
Yeah, weapons and armors in Pathfinder 2 are decently priced things that are
Little
like
piddlywinks.
regular people buy on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Listen.
Mort sure does appreciate you stimulating the economy,
Yeah, I stimulate that fucking dick. As we walk out, that dude charged me. It was over $1 gold for buttons.
What happened?
The entire point of hiring those pugwumpies was that I could literally pay them in pennies.
Yes. Oh, I see you have a jar of buttons. Very good.
And this dude just, I don't know if it's because of the skin and the tail and the horns. These humans, I tell you, they don't treat people with respect. And they assume so much.
Did you know how many different kinds of Zolgas there are? And I just show him the book.
Oh my God.
Brennan hasn't been paying any attention since he got the book.
Goodness. All right. And as you make your way back to camp, that's where we're going to leave it for episode 25 here. We'll see you back next time. We'll get a show, dinner and a show maybe. Come hang out with us, guys.
No one has ever paid gold for buttons before.
Babe, can you do me a quick
That was
favor?
amazing.
What do you want?
I forgot about